Zoom recording. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get started, guys. So this is a new year, new you class. So it's all about ditching the perfectionist, super stressful resolutions and how to build healthy habits and use holistic natural products with those healthy habits to transform our lives and our health. So I'm going to do a little bit about me and then about doTERRA and then get into the gist of the class and the agenda. So I myself, I'm Katie. I am an engineer from Purdue, graduated with honors, and I was a big essential oil skeptic. It took my mom about 8 to 10 months to get me to try it. What got me into doTERRA was I have a connective tissue disorder and suffered from chronic pain. And Deep Blue Eye Relief Blend was the converter for me. And then ever since then, I dove deep into the science and everything backed up there. So it was a huge science and holistic health awakening for me. And now I do this and I love to just help other people that are struggling and get them optimal health and wellness. So a little bit about doTERRA. I'm gonna change there we go, icon. So the doTERRA difference. So we source the best while helping the most, and doTERRA is definitely more than just an essential oil company, and we're truly set apart. And one of the things, a few of the things, words that set us apart are co-impact sourcing, our unmatched quality that nobody can touch but us, our rigorous testing that we do, the humanitarian heart of the company, the healthcare initiatives that we have, and then the founders and the fact that our company is debt free. So that's a really important point, and that our founders, they have a heart of gold. They truly care about helping people and changing the world, and they use their own money to start this company. So we don't have any debt, we don't have any investors, so we don't ever have to cut corners or do things that we don't want to do to try and produce the most profit. We truly can focus on doing the most for people and so much more. So a little bit about each of those things is when it comes to our quality and our sourcing, we have complete transparency. There's a photo here that shows you the bottom of your essential oil bottle. You can put in your batch code. I can look at any bottle I have right in front of me, and I can get the third-party testing results from that oil to know that it is 100% pure, it is true lavender, and we set the bar. So there was no standard in the essential oil world, and most of what's there is synthetic and adulterated, and we do not want that because that's toxic, that's going to harm our bodies, our digestive system. It's not good. And even organic only really requires 10% original essential oil. So doTERRA set the bar and said, no, we're going to make a standard that makes sure that we get quality essential oils that are 100% pure, no adulterations, no bad stuff in them, and that's certified pure tested grade. So, and it's trademarked by doTERRA. So it's really cool as any other oil company could be CPTG if they were willing to do the work behind having to be CPTG. So, and then our sourcing, this hits my heart. I've done a lot of mission trips in the Dominican. And what's so great is doTERRA, we don't use brokers. We don't buy massive amounts of land. We work directly with small scale farmers, harvesters, and growers. So we can raise areas where it's impoverished, where there is a lot of suffering and loss of economics. And there's a huge humanitarian aspect that goes with that. So there's clean water projects, hospitals, schools, so many things. And there's a big effort for ending human trafficking. So that touches my heart, knowing that these oils, not only are they pure, they can be used in the medical field and are, but they're helping change people's lives around the world who are suffering. And like I said, we're an essential oil company, and this sticks to the big brain part of me, the engineering part of me, is that we have state-of-the-art scientific in-house research. We have state-of-the-art Prime Meridian integrative healthcare clinic, and they're trying to grow more clinics. And we have a bunch of partnerships with research centers, medical centers, and university partnerships. We have a medical advisory board, and we also have a veterinary advisory board. So big into changing the healthcare field. Sorry guys, words. And I love that. So getting into the class, we're going to get into a lot about New Year's goals. And so I want to take some time, if people feel comfortable. A lot of times we have the New Year's goals of like less stress, working out more, eating better. If you want to knock 1 or 3 things that your goals are in the chat, um, that would be great if we want to do that real quick. And if you're not feeling comfortable, that's completely okay. Anyway, but I will keep going. So a lot of people tend to pick a lot of the working out and those kind of things. So the rest of the agenda for the class, when it comes to this whole New Year's resolutions, integrating healthy habits, we want to find healthy habits that are here to stay. And so we're going to go over in this class why we're getting rid of resolutions and going towards habits instead, and looking how we can support each goal or resolution that people have, whether that's eating better, having a better metabolism, losing weight, exercising more, sleeping better, not stressing out as much, reducing toxic load, and then an example of how to build a habit plan and tips how to stick to our habits, and then example kits or products you could get in your home and easy ways to do that. And just before we get started, I know there's going to be a lot. We're going through a lot of different things. So feel free to just focus on the things or pay attention to what sticks for you. We're not trying to do all these things at one time. We're building habits, and feel free to screenshot something that definitely speaks to you. And then, so we're going to move on. So why do we want to ditch perfectionism and New Year's resolutions? Well, one is we do not want to be tied to perfectionism and quit. So a lot of times New Year's resolutions are very strict, they're very intense, and they're tied to perfectionism. It's completely taking out sugar altogether. It's working out every single day, 130 minutes. There's these huge, massive changes that are so focused on being perfect that as soon as we mess up, we just stop doing it. We miss a workout, so then we keep missing more workouts, and then we don't go, and we quit. And the other thing is, health is a journey, not a sprint, right? It's about taking one step closer every day or every week, closer to a healthier lifestyle and the you that you want to be, right? Not just putting a ton on and sprinting out. No one starts with a marathon. So, and we don't want to let one mistake ruin our journey. And that comes really into fruition of taking things step by step. So with that, we want to make changes that last. And my best advice for making changes that last is the following. So follow the wellness pyramid. So a lot of health professionals, not just Doterra's medical advisory board, but other wellness and healthcare specialists have determined that wellness or health can be encapsulated by this pyramid that you see here. And this pyramid is based on layers of foundation, where our first layer that determines everything and how we're functioning is nutrition, and slowly builds up. And you'll notice that at least 80% of this is lifestyle. 80% is within our control to change our lives. Had to admit Jen. And then the rest goes into healthcare. So really make sure that we're getting our foundational layers and building our habits and our bodies in a way that works best. And then when we look at that wellness pyramid, let's set our goals. So pick goals, not resolutions, and pick 1 to 3 goals at a time, right? We don't want to pile on so much that we collapse from the weight. And then integrate habits that support that goal, right? It can be very simple to start, and just slowly add on as you go. And then recognize that health and wellness is a journey, not a sprint. That's probably going to be repeated a few times because that's a key takeaway. So with that in mind, I want to go through common habits to support your goals. So whether your goal is, I saw a few things in the chat that people wanted to lose weight or feel better or work out more or have better nutrition. So we're going to go through these different goals, these different wellness pyramid topics that align with those goals, and look at common habits that you could integrate into your life. And like I said, please try not to get overwhelmed. Screenshot or focus on what works for you and leave the rest or come back to it later, because this will be recorded for people that are in our community. And the PDF will be available. So first is our nutrition and digestion, and that is the foundation for everything. And I just want to reiterate, it is the foundation for everything. Nutrition affects everything in your body. How you fuel your body, what you're putting in your body determines how your cells are going to build themselves. So nutrition, I put things that it affects here just to reiterate how important it is, because it affects literally everything: our sleep, our stress level, our mood, our emotions, our energy, our metabolism, our skin, hair, our nails, how we age, cellular integrity, how our joints feel, inflammation, muscle development, literally everything. And you can think about it as I like to think about it as a car, where if you put quality grade fuel in your car will run amazing, right? If you put battery acid in your car, it's not going to run and you're going to destroy your car. It's very similar to our body. And the parable that Christ gives us on you can build your house on rock, nutrition and digestion are the rock that everything else in our wellness life is built on. So you want to make sure you're building on rock and not on sand that's all going to fall apart. So some simple habits, I broke this down into two. Really, nutrition encompasses digestion, but most people separate them, and putting it all on one page would be a lot. So some easy nutrition habits are, first and foremost, making sure you're getting quality supplementation. And doTERRA has an amazing lifelong vitality line, a pack that has amazing multivitamin, a cellular integrity blend, and omegas. And these are truly the best vitamins that I have seen. I have chronic malnourishment as one of my issues, and this has been a big lifesaver. And so what makes us set apart is that we have the highest bioavailability because our minerals are chelated, which just means that they're bound to a protein, so they're more absorbable and recognizable by the body. We have pathogen glycoprotein matrix for our vitamins, full spectrum vitamins. We have real food ingredients and digestive enzymes to further increase that support. So if you're catching along, they're really good and they're top quality. And then when it comes to our omegas, the omegas that you want to keep in your house, the omegas that you want to take need to be marine, so marine freshwater source, and microfiltered to ensure that you're not getting in any heavy metals or toxins that will damage your body. And doTERRA does just that. We have marine microfiltered omegas, unlike the rest of the stuff out on the market, and we have a balanced ratio of omega-3, 6s, and 9s that our body actually needs. And we don't have these artificial preservatives because the essential oils in there that are super powerful antioxidants also act as natural preservatives for the oil. And we have an amazing cellular complex that helps support our cells, our DNA, and our mitochondria, or our energy house of our body. So first, make sure you're getting quality supplements. Then some other habits are, farmers are your friends. It is way better to buy from the farmer's market or to make friends with your local farmer than just going and getting whatever at the grocery store, and eating a clean, whole food diet, making sure we're getting the right servings of vegetables, 4 to 6, and getting at least 2 servings of fruit. And please don't give up on meat. There's no judgment here if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, but meat is so important for our bodies. There are 9 essential amino acids, so proteins we cannot get outside of meat or soy, but to eat the amount of soy you would need would be really bad for your hormones in your body. And B vitamins, which are critical for our nerve health, for our energy, for everything. And we can't make B vitamins, we can't make these amino acids. What's really important when it comes to meat is where you're getting it and how it's raised. So when it comes to beef, bison, venison, whatever red meat you like to eat, have it be grass-fed, pasture-raised, no GMO, and hormone-free. And if you're doing fish, we love fish. Tuna and salmon are my favorite. wild caught fish is one. Ever farmed. Never. Don't do it. And eat the rainbow. I know it sounds like I'm an elementary school teacher telling you to eat the rainbow and I'm about to break out into song, but that's actually a really good because the color of the fruits and vegetables you're eating normally coincides with what vitamins and minerals are in them. So the more diverse the color, the more diverse the minerals. So it's just some simple habits that you can integrate. And then when it comes to digestion, sorry, before I move on, we have an entire class, like 45-minute to hour class on each of these subjects. So I can definitely go more into the discussion. I could do a whole class on this, but we're keeping it simple and habits, but there is more information if you want it later. So digestion, so getting a better gut. So some simple habits that anybody could do is obviously do everything on the previous side, right? We have to build on that layer of foundation. And then on top of that, to support our gut, we can take daily probiotics. So a great thing is kefir. No one leaves my nutritionist's office without learning about kefir. It's a live probiotic drink with millions of active cultures. You can get it very cheap at Aldi. It is great for your gut. And then also taking doTERRA's probiotic, the PB Assist, at least once a day. And what's great about our probiotic is it's double encapsulated. So the outer layer is a prebiotic and the inside is a probiotic. So it absolutely gets to your small intestine. So many probiotics on the market are a waste of money because they are not protected in their encapsulation and they never get to your small intestine. And we don't want that. And then a great thing that you can do is use essential oils to support your digestive, to support your gut. So Digest Zen is one of our top essential oils, as it probably indicates, for digestion. And then the kids version of that is Tamer. And there's so many ways to use that. It is amazing. I was in the hospital so many times for gut shutdown before I found quality vitamins and gut support like this. So it can make a huge difference. Haven't been to the ER since. So, and then you can up the fiber. And if you're not good at upping the fiber naturally with food, we do have a fiber product. We do have a fiber line and it tastes great. And then other tips are cutting our processed sugar and our toxins. Please don't freak out and think you can never, ever have sugar. The point is getting away from the overly processed stuff and going towards natural sources. So honey, maple syrup, and if you are ever using sugar, organic cane sugar, but limiting those processed sugars and getting away from any synthetic artificial sweetener that was never made to be in our body. Because those things, right, processed sugars, synthetic sweeteners, and toxins will cause our gut to shut down and cause inflammation, and nobody wants that. And then you can eat probiotic and prebiotic foods. It's really simple. You can do a PubMed search or a Google Scholarly search, but I'll give you some right here. Probiotic, think anything fermented. That will just add more probiotics to your gut. So kimchi, sauerkraut, prebiotic foods, your gut uses them and then ferments and makes its own probiotic from that. And that's oats, garlic, asparagus, onions, so oatmeal, or if you like to make oat pancakes, I love those. And then some people, well, I like to recommend doing a doTERRA cleanse and restore. So cleansing the gut and restoring the gut at least once a year. And if you're someone that has more of a chronic problem, that's where you might want to do a little more cleansing and restoring, but it can help flush out anything bad in the gut and restore it to what it needs to be at. And then giving your stomach at least 12 hours to reset. That doesn't mean starving yourself for 12 hours during the day, but just your last meal at night to when your breakfast is, at least giving yourself 12 hours. Some people prefer 14 to 16, but at least that 12. I myself am a 16-hour person. And then if you're in our community, like I said, do not freak out. There's way more information on nutrition in our classes and a nutrition guideline for you. So then when it comes to movement and metabolism, so AKA weight loss, weight management, energy. So these are really simple habits that you can integrate. So we're going to build on the other layer that we just talked about. So we're going to do everything on the previous slide, but then to build on this layer, get 30 minutes of movement a day. And that doesn't have to be going on a run or sprinting. This could be yoga, walking your dog, swimming, just any form of movement that you find enjoyable. It's more important to be consistent and getting that 30 minutes every day than hitting it hard and then not doing it for a really long time, then hitting it hard again. It's just consistent, at least 30 minutes of movement. And you can work that time up if you want to be longer. And then you can support your metabolism naturally. And our foundation for that is eating a whole food diet, getting in our supplements and our gut health. But then on top of that, we have an entire metabolic health line. So MetaPower, which stands for Metabolic Personal Wellness Realized, is an entire metabolic health must. It's amazing. It may increase metabolism, decrease fat cell maturation, so when cells grow, fat cells grow and you don't want them to. Increased energy, improved mood, better skin, hair, and nails. And that's coming from our amazing collagen in this supplement that is 12 times more absorbable than anything else on the market. So that is amazing metabolic health support. And then if you need a little more of an energy boost on top of that, Mito 2 Max is a great energy and stamina supplement. And it's natural plant extracts that help support our mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of our cell, of our body, that creates our cellular energy, which is ATP. But that is incredible. It's great. I take it every day. I take all these things every day. And then what's really also important that some people overlook is sleep. If we're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, our metabolism will start to slow down and so many other things can get affected. And then lastly, sometimes people aren't as consistent with movement, right? Working out, getting in our movement because of discomfort or energy. So it's great when we have essential oils to work with that, like Mito 2 Max. Or I'm going to show you a quick easy discomfort slides when it comes to temporary discomfort, temporary pain. We can really take control of our body. So if you are someone who struggles with getting movement in and working out because your body's not working for you, we love Deep Blue and Copaiba. The science behind these are great. If you were ever a CBD user, Copaiba scientifically way better for your body, better binding, better all around. So I love using the Deep Blue every day for myself and Copaiba every day for myself. But if you're not ready for that yet, topically, Deep Blue and after a workout works so great if you are someone who struggles to get movement in because of any discomfort. So next, stress and sleep. This is getting a lot of focus. Like the mental health awareness has basically skyrocketed in the last few years. And a lot of people are taking awareness in on their stress and sleep. And there's really easy things that we can do every day, habits that we can do to help us. And what a lot of beginners love is the balance frankincense lavender. We can put balance on our feet in the morning and at night. That's an amazing habit to balance our mood as well as our body. And then for those who for those who have God as part of their life and really value a relationship with God, reading your Bible and praying in the morning or at night every day can be a huge stress reliever and help with sleep. And then utilizing calming oils throughout the day or for times of anxious feelings. And great oils to gravitate towards are wood and floral. Wood oils are calming, centering, grounding. And then florals are calming and soothing. And that goes for both emotionally as well as physically. And balance is a beautiful blend of both wood and floral oils. We also have this amazing adaptive line that I use every day. And I'll get into a little that more at the end of this habit list. And then are writing down the worries that you have. A lot of times when we write something down or vocalize something, it's psychologically been shown in research, it helps us minimize the worry and not exacerbate it in our mind and develop better solutions. A lot of people process things by writing them or talking them out, not within their head. And then making a bedtime routine, right? Stick to a bedtime routine, pick a time and what you're going to do in what order. and take sleep or stress support 1 to 2 hours before bed, whether that's Serenity Copaiba or Copaiba Adaptive. Get the screens off 1 to 2 hours before bed. I know it's hard. I have to put my phone outside of my bedroom. Reading an hour before bed, 20 to 30 minutes is a great sleep habit. And then journaling before bed. So before we move on with that, a little tip here. So if you're someone who struggles with sleeping because of stress levels, so your brain's going a mile a minute and you can't get it to turn off and you just keep thinking about the day tomorrow, you might be more of an adaptive and Copaiba person. Adaptive is our calming blend. It's been clinically shown to support the brain's production of GABA, which is a neurotransmitter that tells our stress center of our body, the HPA axis, to calm down. So basically not be as active. So if that's the kind of person you are where you are stressed and overthinking at night, then adaptive and Copaiba is probably your combo. If you're not the overthinker, stressed out a lot, then I just can't get myself to fall asleep and I need something to clonk out, then you're probably more of a Serenity Copaiba person. And then another great thing is you can utilize these not just internally, but aromatically, topically on your skin, diffusing them. They're beautiful. So lastly, I think this is our last level, yes, is reducing our toxic load. So, right, this is our level 4 on the pyramid. So we're going to do everything that we did before, right? Getting that clean nutrition, supporting our gut, improving our sleep and lowering our stress levels. And then other things we can do for reducing our toxic load is citrus oils. Who doesn't love citrus oils? I love citrus oils. So citrus oils internally help support our cleansing organs like our liver and our kidneys. So you can put 2 to 3 drops of your favorite citrus oil in your water throughout the day. I love tangerine. I love all of these, but they are so great at helping our cleansing organs do what they need to do. And then you can ditch and switch products in your home that aren't treating you with a lot of love. So great things to ditch and switch are your personal care products. We absorb 70% of what is on our skin, and we don't want that 70% to be toxins and carcinogens and things like that. I don't want that. I don't think you want that. And then ditching and switching our home care or our cleaning products, scent products. So think, plugins and scented candles. Guys, artificial fragrance that are in cleaning products, beauty care products, these scents are the new secondhand smoke. Get it out of your house. You don't want it. And then, changing our beauty care products. And then the other thing, just like I said before, on the digestion side is doing a cleanse and restore. That's a beautiful way to not only reduce your toxic load, but also reset your gut to be at its optimal function. And some examples of the ditch and switch, I just want to show you how easy it is. It's really so easy. The amazing thing about ditching and switching is you're not integrating a new habit. You're not adding a new habit on in your life. You're switching the product that you use to one that is loving you back. And there's so many easy switches that we can do in holistic lifestyle, whether it's switching to one of the pre-made personal care products. I mean, I love the skincare lines that they have, but if you're not a skincare person and you don't like doing a lot of stuff on your face, I only use yarrow pom and frankincense, really easy stuff. Instead of lighting a candle, put some oils in a diffuser. And for cleaning, we have multiple. We have the On Guard line and the Abode line that you can easily switch out in your home. And one thing that I love, I have dogs and I have little cousins, and I like knowing that when I'm using my On Guard, on the bottle, on the information, it says, if ingested, drink with a full glass of water. It's not bad for our body. There's no toxins in it. If anything, there's On Guard in it, which is going to help support our immune system and protect us from environmental threats. So I know that if, God forbid, my dog got into the cleaner concentrate or Gigi popped it open and just downed it, I'm fine. We're okay. So And you can easily make your own cleaning products with On Guard essential oil, with other citrus oils. And a really great beauty care product that is very, very clean is Crunchy. Heather, who is in this call, knows way more about Crunchy than I do, and she is your gal to look at for that. And so now I want to get into example. So I just want to run through, we went through a lot of information. We went through different habits that can support our different wellness pyramid goals. So I just want to do a walkthrough of an example how I would pick or make habits to support the goals of like nutrition and metabolism. So first thing I'm going to do is follow the wellness pyramid. And I have determined on this wellness pyramid that my nutrition and digestion are not where it's at. I'm not hitting the mark. I don't have the supplements I want. I'm eating a lot of processed stuff, a lot of McDonald's. And I want to also improve my metabolism. I want to have more energy. I want to feel better. I want to look better. So I've looked at my wellness pyramid. I've determined my goals. My goals are nutrition, gut health, and metabolism. So let me, out of those three goals I picked, find some habits that support me. So I could go back to the slides that we already went through. Hopefully you screenshot the ones that spoke to you. If not, there will be a recording available, so don't freak out. But nutrition, I'm going to start LLV. I'm going to take 2 LLV in the morning and at night. I'm going to eat a clean whole food diet, get my fruits and veggies in, eat wild caught fish, and eat grass-fed beef, right? So taking that, and then gut health. I'm going to take 3 Terrazyme every night before I go to bed and 1 PB Assist before I go to bed, and have 1 cup of kefir every day. And then maybe integrate more prebiotic foods, like get some oatmeal every day. And then metabolism, I'll take a MetaPower soft gel. The MetaPower assists with my largest meal to stabilize my blood sugar levels and keep the energy flowing all day long. And then I'll take the collagen in my water in the morning when I take my multivitamins or whenever I feel like during the day. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be in the morning, but that's just really easy habits, products that I just integrated to get all those goals. So I just wanted to show you that it is really simple. You can do it. And I know that you will be successful because you're worth it and you got this. And with that, we did have a lot of information, but here's just some general tips for new habit success, right? Because habits don't have to be hard. Habits do not have to be hard. It can be simple and it can be sustainable, because that's the key, is making sustainable lifelong changes. And number one, always, 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 is mindset. Mindset matters. There are neuroscience studies that show that what your brain believes will determine your actions and how your body physically reacts to things. So if you truly believe in your mind that this is too hard and you can't do it and you'll never succeed, your brain will trip you up and make it so hard and make you fail, which is not great. So it's so important that we take our mindset and we hack our nervous system and we use neuroscience to our advantage, and we tell ourselves every day, I can do this. It's simple. I am worth it. I'm going to succeed. Whether that is out loud to yourself every morning, whether it's looking at the mirror and telling it to yourself out loud, writing it down in a journal, saying it over and over in your mind. But every day, I want you to tell yourself that you can do this. You are worth it. You can succeed. It can be simple. Healthy can be simple, and it is. Outside of that, some really great things that have helped myself and others. A lot of this is also backed by research. I'm a big research nerd, so anything I talk about is typically backed up by a lot of research, is habit stacking. So habit stacking is when you take a habit you already have and you put a habit on top of it, whether it's just before or just after it. So a great example is you have the habit of drinking morning tea or coffee. So if you are trying to integrate more time with God for stress and sleep and a better connection with Him, then get up, have your coffee, and while you're drinking your coffee, read your Bible and pray. Or if you're someone who wants to integrate more working out, work out right when you get up, or if you're someone who drives home from work, work out right after work. And trust me, you do not want to get home and sit on the couch, because then you will never get to the gym. I mean, you'd be a lot stronger than I am, because I always had to go to the gym first. So just easy habit stacking ways, or with lunch, taking your LLV with lunch, you're stacking one habit on top of the other. And another tip is adding a new habit every week or 2 weeks. Like, it's okay to only have 3 or 6 new habits. You can even take it down to one. It doesn't have to be that big. Getting that habit down and then adding another one in. So with that, another strategy is only pick 1 to 3 goals at a time. This is a journey, not a sprint. No one's keeping score. If they are, we don't need the scorekeepers in our lives. So pick 1 to 3 goals at a time, take it slow, and no more than like 3 to 6 habits at a time, right? Add it slowly. And then for those of you who do have God in your life and make him a big part of your life, pray often. Pray. I do it a lot. It helps. And then others may want to journal or meditate often. Setting alarms is super helpful. Do never feel shame about setting an alarm. I set alarms all the time because you want to succeed. And I don't expect anybody to remember everything. I don't expect myself to remember everything. So set alarms to make sure that you don't miss the mark, right? That is an amazing thing that you can do for yourself, and it makes it super easy. And then things are, you can have an accountability partner, or you can follow a challenge if you prefer to have a challenge outline, and maybe take some people with you on that challenge. And then a really great thing is taking time to have 20 minutes for God or personal development daily. And as always, focus on the goal, not perfectionism. This is a journey, not a sprint. It's okay to mess up. We all mess up. Just focus on your goal and get back on the horse. And with that, sorry, before I switch on, for those of you who are here who want a challenge, there are 2 challenges that I put here in this class if they speak to you. If you want to do your own challenge or someone else's, by all means do it. There's no pressure to follow these. But one is the Healthy Habits Challenge. And what's so great about this is we already have a Healthy Habits kit. doTERRA is beautiful. The medical advisory board has put together a beautiful kit that encompasses some 6 easy habits that we can integrate. It's a 30-day challenge that hit every point in that wellness pyramid and can truly transform our health. So this is a really great challenge to start with. And it's great. It's paired with a kit. It's beautiful. You can eat a whole food diet, quality supplements, right? Our LLB, digestive enzymes, probiotics, get 30 minutes of movement a day. And with that, we have the deep blue and frankincense to apply to our joints before and after our workout, or anytime we're having discomfort. We can support our filtering organs, our detoxification system by having 1 to 3 drops of citrus in our water daily. This does need to be updated. It has tangerine now, not lemon, but that's fine. Tangerine is actually, it's just as beautiful. And then for our stress, we can put balance on the bottoms of our feet morning and night every day to give us a nice balanced emotion and balance physically. And I oftentimes, after I apply balance, that's when I like to do my Bible time, my prayer time, and my gratitude journaling. Or you might be a meditator. That's perfectly fine. And then taking frankincense and On Guard, 1 to 2 drops each internally every day. Frankincense for that overall support, On Guard for our immune system. And then lavender, diffuse lavender at night or use it topically on yourself to get that amazing night's sleep. You also can take it internally if you want. I don't like the taste of lavender. Other people love the taste of lavender and lavender tea. So if you want the benefits but not the taste, you can put it in a little veggie capsule. If you're more of a visual person, this is the same habit challenge if you want to take a screenshot in the wellness pyramid form to show you how they're really easy. There's 6 easy habits that you can integrate, but they'll help hit all those wellness pyramids and get some started. But what's so great about this challenge is you are truly getting the first 2 the first foundation of layer of wellness down, nutrition and digestion. And I love that. For those of us that are more religious and have God as a center part of our life, this is a fun Holy 40 challenge. And you basically do the healthy habits kit, everything in the healthy habits challenge, but you add a little bit more Jesus into it. And this is a 40-day challenge. And the reason why we do 40 days is because 40 is symbolic of a transformation in the Bible, right? Christ was in the desert for 40 days. It rained for 40 days in the flood of Noah. We were in the wilderness for 40 years. Um, so this is a great way to have a really true holy type transformation where we're treating our body like the temple that it is, like Paul tells us in his letters, with healthy habits, the healthy habits challenge, everything that we talked about, and also having that dedication to God and to Jesus. So part of the challenge is we do everything in healthy habits, but we get up before 8 a.m., get up before the sun rises to have Bible time and prayer before we get on our phones, moving our body daily, eating the whole foods, right? That healthy habit stuff to treat us like a temple, making sure we're getting to one Bible study and one church service a week, gratitude journaling before bed, and getting at least 8 hours of sleep. So that's a really fun challenge. I personally love this challenge and do it every day. So those are our challenges. And then if you want to get started, before I go on, these are simple ways that you can get started. So if you're a new person and you want to enroll with us, these are great kits that you can have. But before we go further, circle back with whoever invited you here to get started or to get like enrolled and part of doTERRA. If I invited you here, feel free to scan these QR codes. But yes, if I was not your invitee, get with the person that invited you so that you're with them. So the Natural Solutions Kit is the kit that I enrolled with. I love it. It has everything in the Healthy Habits Kit, but it goes above and beyond with way more support for every part of that pyramid. This is truly the best kit if you're ready to jump into the holistic lifestyle all the way. Like you've heard it, you're ready. You don't want to just dip your toe in. You want to get in all the way and get this started and feel amazing. Then next up is that Healthy Habits Kit we talked about. That's so great for that Healthy Habits Challenge. A lot of people love that kit. This is great for, I'm dipping my toe in, but I'm not oil crazy yet. That's fine. The oils will come in time. And if you're someone who needed a gut reset or even getting the toxins out of your body, and that Cleanse and Restore kit fit really well for you, that's right here. That's amazing. And then a lot of times people have really big goals. For most of the time, New Year's goals are I want to eat better and I want to improve my metabolism. So I kind of made some pre-made carts off of that where you can get the Lifelong Vitality, Terrazyme PB Assist, and the Meta Power kit right there available to you. Some people want to start with that because they want to get their nutrition and their gut in line and get the metabolism moving. That's typically like the biggest New Year's goals. But remember, if I did not bring you here, please circle back with your wellness advocate instead of using that QR code. And then another way that some people like to do that, if you like to take your time and you really want to solidify your foundational habits first, by all means, you could start with the Healthy Habits Kit and then the next month add on the Meta Power, right? Whatever speed your journey is, that is fine, because the important thing is having sustainable change and sticking to your habits, not rushing everything on and taking on mountains. And then these are some other ones. If you just want to dip your toe in or you're just oil focused right now, the Healthy Start Kit has our top 10 oils. And if you are all about metabolism and that's the thing you want to focus on and that's all you want and you want the supplements to come later, the Meta Power Kit is there for you. So that wraps up our class. If anybody has any questions, now would be a great time to ask them. Feel free to turn your camera on or leave it off, whatever works for you.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes, I do. You mentioned earlier about the digestion that there was a kids version of it. Is
Yeah.
that true? Okay. Are there other
Hmm.
kids versions of oils, or is it just strictly for the digestion? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the biggest difference between the adult
Um,
and the kid one?
yeah, great question. Great question. So there's a difference in kids oils. So I pulled up the page. Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the biggest difference is the topical line. So Digescent Touch is Digescent in a roller ball with a carrier oil. So it's freshly coconut oil. So there's 10% Digescent in there. So it's diluted so that you can just topically apply it to your skin. And so the difference between Digescent and the kids version, which is Tamer, is Tamer has a lower concentration of oils. So kids typically, since they have more sensitive skin and they're also smaller in weight, so they don't need as much punching power behind the oil, so to speak. They have like 3 to 5% essential oil in Tamer versus Digescent, which is 10 to 30%, depending on if you're making it yourself or getting it from doTERRA. So there is a kids touch line. So it's just the roller balls. Internally, there's no difference. It's just the roller ball line because the kids roller ball lines have more gentle essential oils in them and at a lower concentration. Did that make sense? Did that answer the question?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Terrazyme, do our bodies store them? I pulled up the chat. Cheryl's texting me. Okay. So good question about Terrazyme. Fun fact about enzymes is yes, our body stores them. So I'll scroll down to show Terrazyme. So there's our Terrazyme ball right here. So digestive enzymes, we get digestive enzymes from food. And many of us do not eat enough raw vegetables and fruit to get enough enzymes to process our food. But what's beautiful is our bodies do store enzymes, but we don't ever OD on enzymes. So it's not like vitamin D or vitamin K, where if you take too much, it'll become toxic. So it's great to just take 3 Terrazyme every day at night. Otherwise, you can take Terrazyme before or after a meal. Are there any other questions? I don't see anything. I don't see any other questions in the chat. So unless anybody has any last minute questions, we're gonna hop off. Let me go to stop screen share. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and watching the class. I had fun teaching. And again, if you have any questions that you think of after, feel free to contact the wellness advocate that invited you here or contact myself. And this recording will be in the community to view. So I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to be here. You guys are amazing. Bye.